Yo, what's going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with another live stream. I'm with the brothers in the building. We're here Sunday night. You know what the score is. MUFC Unfiltered Podcast. Back off a 3-point collectors. 3-0, clean sheet. And yeah, man. You know what I'm saying to you? It was good to be at least seeing a couple of goals. You know what I mean? Away from home, man. And our first win away from home this season. Obviously, we lost to Brighton. So, yeah, first win away from home. And 6 points out of 12 for Man United. We got man like Planet Vaz in the building. What are you saying, bro? Everything good?
I'm okay, man. I'm good. I'm doing well. It's nice to have you back as well. You know, I was saying before, I don't know about iShow Speed, but I know about iShow Saeed. You know? What happens in America stays in America, innit?
That's it.
I'm seeing you video yourself in bed alone, but I don't know if you went to sleep alone. That's all I'm saying.
hey, what's going on? Hey, what is that? Is it like that, Saeed? Yeah?
I don't know. That's down to Faz. What you saying?
Money long, everything long, Saeed. Yeah.
Staffy blew him up on Friday night. Go and speak to Staffy, bro.
Clearly,
okay. Friday night, yeah. Friday night bonanza. Okay.
Staffy was letting it all out on.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Man in the dunya. But now, big up Faz, man. Big up Ash in the building.
Hey, do you feel like during the international break, have you released everything? Like,
I'm calm. I needed a break, bro. And like I said, the last 2 years.
Has he done what? Has he done what?
Release. We're talking about release, mate.
He fell for that.
That's not been active, man.
He fell for that.
Nah, we had a good break, man. We had a good break, and like I said, we came back, good vibes, man. So big up to you, Faz. Big up to Ash as well. Big up to you, man. Love for coming on.
Yeah, and as always, Saeed, and speak to the boys and that. And saw you on the jet ski. You was saying a little bit earlier, you know, riding there. What you was on the Hudson? I mean, cold in that weather, but going for it.
Yeah,
madness. Yeah. Happy to have the football, the international break over and done with now. Football's back, so we'll chat about Southampton and yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, big up Flawless as well. Big up to you, bro.
Bless up, fam, man. Good to be back, man. Good to be back, because obviously we missed last week because obviously you was away, and it feels like I've not seen you like in ages, and it's literally been a couple weeks. So yeah, we back.
Mad, isn't it?
Talking about a Manchester United win as well, so that's good. Yeah, so looking forward to the show as always. Big up the whole panel. Big up to the chat as well. Run up the likes as well, you lot.
Big up, man. And big up to as well, Double A, my guy. Big up to you, man. Love as always, man.
Brother. Always, mate. Good to be here on a Sunday as always. Love doing this show. Big up to obviously you, Saeed, opening the doors to Saeed TV for us all to come on. Planet Faz, my brother. My actual looks like twin brother, Ash. Every comment. Just to start off, no, we are not related. Yes, he's fortunate to look like me and be very good looking, but no, we don't share the same DNA or anything like that. Obviously, my hype man, Flawless, and the best chat on YouTube. It's always a pleasure to be here. And it's always even better when Manchester United have done all right and won again.
Facts, 100%, man. There's 500 of these already locked in. Hit the like button. Let's get the first 100 likes in ASAP. We've got a couple of super chats here. Is Xerxes doing Bruno's job? Bruno has questions to answer. We're going to touch into that one. I'll big up the Ronin. He says, big up. Once we get Eric Ten Hag out, I'll feel more comfortable talking shit about other clubs. Not going to lie. Next loss around the corner at all times. This is why you got to cherish these little, you know what I mean? Like these little, you know what? I wouldn't say like, in terms of like this win, like it's a turning corner, whatever like that. But it's almost like relief. Like you could just go out there and just show face. Like today, I was in Big Six Studio and I was like, yo, man, 3-point collectors, innit? You know what I mean? Man's chilling. No one can chat to me. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like today. There's nobody can chat to me. Like it was a 3-0. We did our thing, and that's that. For now, respite FC. You know the ones there until next week, where you don't know what Man United you're gonna get against Crystal Palace. So for me, it was a case of first 35 minutes of hell, and then that penalty changed the game for me. Like we can't be naive to understand to realize that penalty changed the game. Man United then went into control. Southampton, they fumbled. We took our chances. Oh, well, we should have had more, to be honest with you. And we did our job. And that's why, for me, yesterday, it's not going to be definitive of where the season will be because we'll have to face tougher tests. But it was a win. It was 3 points. And we move. And the bigger question for me was today is like, the starting 11. Does Ten Hag know his starting 11? Because I've seen a couple of things online. Garnacho is still liking certain tweets, you know what I mean? Maybe demanding to be starting. Rashford, you know, people say he's turning around the corner. And what happens in midfield? Is it Eriksen? What's going on? Yeah, Double A, you can start going.
Nah, just because that's so funny. You say Rashford's turning a corner after 1 goal. I mean, yeah. I mean,
I knew nobody was going to say that.
I
knew it, yo. As soon as you mentioned it, I knew exactly what Double A was thinking about. Go on.
Nah, listen, I ain't even trying to jump on the man's back. Listen, he scored a goal, a great goal, a good goal as well, good finish. He has to be happy with that. Listen, Marcus Rashford, if he's at Manchester United contributing to scoring, assisting, and playing well. Vital cog. Very important player to the squad. Absolutely can't deny that whatsoever. My issue is, you know, last season is what I expect from him more often than not. And the season before is an anomaly. First goal, listen, let's see where it takes us. If, you know, the next 10 games he's on 6, 7 goals, 4 assists, whatever, I start to talk about some consistent form. And that's my only ever issue with Sancho, right? Other than the strange ginger hair, is consistency. Like he's been his problem for years. Consistency. Can he consistently be a massively important player to Manchester United, scoring goals, creating goals, and assisting? And that's what I want from him. So listen, yeah, 10, 12 games into the season, if he's on 7, 8 goals, 4, 5 assists, I'll be much happier. But he's going to be here to stay. So with that being the case, we massively have to get the most out of him for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, with yesterday, I think Ahmad had an excellent game. I thought Xerxes had a brilliant game without a goal. I think there was some good stuff yesterday. You know what I mean? Obviously, Southampton didn't really fret, you know, in that regards. But I think for me, it was one of them, like, you can't judge it because it's Southampton, but that's our level, isn't it? You know what I mean? That is our level right now. Like, we can't, like, nobody could really say to themselves today, we're going to do this 3-0, but we're going to beat Southampton with confidence. I don't think anybody could have said that, you know?
No one said that. And that's the thing. We watched last season Manchester United struggle against all levels of teams. So whether it's teams at the top of the table, teams chasing top 4, mid-table teams battling relegation, even championship sides, we watch Manchester United struggle. So when we put in a performance like that, which was very good, and I'm sure we'll discuss it further as well, you have to praise the players and praise the manager. The lineup we got spot on. We played well for the large parts of the game and should have won by more than 3 goals. But when we do that, now all of a sudden it's, the opposition isn't great. But if Southampton would have beat us, it wouldn't have been the opposition would have been great. We'd be sat here criticizing Manchester United. So you can't have it both ways in that instance. Like, praise the players, good win. We can't play Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and Barcelona every week. Like, it was Southampton who we played. You mentioned it there, that not many Manchester United fans were super confident going into the game. Many rival fans would have predicted us to drop points, whether that's a draw or a loss in the game. So, yeah, we won the match and we should have won by more as well. So that's the only real criticism I have, to be honest.
Many United fans predicted us to drop points. I mean, we was on the show on Friday and not one of us was confident, mate. And about But and it's crazy to think, like, you know, we were talking about the 5th, you know, we've not lost there in 15 and you know, that whole Faz will know better than me. He's probably still got the note in his phone of Ten Hag's records that he's broken at Manchester United. And, you know, smart money would have been on this being another record that he broke with a loss at St. Mary's. But for me, and it shows your age or what, Manchester United, this is a place Manchester United should walk into and walk out with the 3 points, no matter what.
Yeah,
and
100%.
And you know, the fact it was narrow 2-1s if they did go for a United win speaks volumes of. I wouldn't say that Southampton are our level side. I think that's jumping off the cliff a little bit too much. I mean, you know, a newly promoted team. I'd like to think Manchester United are a bit better than that, but none of us would be surprised for us to go there and get our backside handed to us. Do you know what I mean? And I think you're right in what
in
you're
the first 30 minutes. Let's be honest, Double A, didn't we? In the first 30 minutes, they were all over us.
Absolutely. And but that's to be expected, I think, in places like that. I think they had one little chance, didn't they? And the crowd just jumped on it. And that's what you get at these places because they need that when big teams come. You know, so a lot of players play out the skin. And, you know, Diallo had a tricky first half. And that seemed to be the weak point for me in that first half. But, you know, hats off to him because a lot of the time, this team, when adversity shows its head, like the penalty, regardless if he saved it or not, the heads go and we don't ever get back into the game. So I have to give massive credit to each and every one of those players that came on, that started, and the manager for going there and getting the win yesterday and scoring 3 goals and keeping a clean sheet. Brilliant.
You know the Eriksen thing. Do you think he was that on purpose? Was that just kind of a fluke, kind of like, you know, just think, you know what, let's just switch it around? Like, was Eriksen an intended kind of like, you know, like the way he like?
Do you reckon what you talking about? You think if the manager thought about that over the international break, and was like, we're playing Southampton, we should keep the ball, so let me play Eriksen in the midfield with Mainoo. I think that's you giving him too much credit. Casemiro had a mare. He wasn't going to play Casemiro because of the last game. After what he said about Agate, he was never going to start Agate. Probably Collier. That's why I'm surprised, but it worked out. I was skeptical of that midfield. But one thing Eriksen and Mainoo can both do is keep the ball very well. And they did that. And Ash mentioned in the first 20, 30 minutes about Southampton being in the ascendancy, which they were. But you have to, when the momentum's with the other team, you have to ride the wave. That's what you have to do. And how many times have we seen this team fold? Soon as the going gets tough, we fold. And they didn't do that. Yeah, the penalty save obviously was the turning point, but we watched in the Bournemouth-Chelsea game. We watched Bournemouth miss a penalty. In the City-Brentford game, we watched City go down a goal after 28 seconds. And Brentford had a good chance after that to make it 2-0 as well. So you have to bounce back from these things. So, yeah, but it worked out. Whether the manager did it or not, I know people in the chat will probably give the credit to Van Nistelrooy and Hack. But, yeah, it worked out in the end.
Well, yeah, didn't he actually say because he's playing him because he wanted to play more football, which straight away goes in what he's saying. Like, and I actually cussed him out for it only because everyone was dying to see Agate start. You know, we chased him all summer. A lot of us like desperate, and then obviously it's Eriksen. The last you'd expect Casemiro before Eriksen. You probably expect Darren Fletcher before Eriksen. To be fair, starting for Manchester United's midfield. I hold my hands up. I didn't expect it to go the way it did, and I think he had a very good game. And whether he stumbled across it or not, listen, take the wins. He played really well, and you know, far too often we go to places like that, and then we want to hold, and then just counter. The fact he's gone there, being a little bit more on the front foot, which you say would maybe be a risky move. Some of the games we've seen Eriksen play, you know, he's looked terrible. You know, you think, was it not Spurs last season? Was it? They played at Man City. It was the Man City game, wasn't it? Him and McTominay. And he left Casemiro on the bench that game, and it was just absolute car crash in his first season. But you have to give him credit. I think he's like I say, whether he stumbled on it or not, I think he was brilliant, Eriksen yesterday, and I'll give him credit for that for sure.
Yeah, but my thing is like I said to you, with Eriksen, is like, are we going to see a continuation of this, or like I said, with Crystal Palace, a different game. They got Wharton in there, a bit more physicality in there. Maybe who else have got in midfield? They got Eze, and there's someone else in there. I forgot his name. I don't know if Decore is still around, if he's still playing or not. But I don't know whether that's going to be a long-term thing But that midfield needs to be sorted out ASAP. Like we need to know who's playing in that midfield, like whether it's gonna be Ugarte, whether it's Casemiro, whether it's Kobbie. And Kobbie, I can't lie to you, man, he's not playing well, man. I know a lot of people want to just give him the benefit of doubt here and be like, yo, like, he's our youngster, but I think he looks a bit burnt out, man. He looks a bit like, do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is,
Like, or you think his level just drops like everybody else in this team?
Yeah, I don't know what it is,
That's who makes someone ask this question. Who at Manchester United over the past however we'll just use Ten Hag's reign has been in the side, been at a high level, and maintained it for a significant period of time.
Yeah.
Who has I'm not pointing out nobody does. There's no one we look at. Everyone, no matter any top player we have, eventually, if they play long enough, has question marks over it. Before the international break, it was Martinez, which I personally think was crazy. But people question Martinez. And you know what it'll be after that? It'll be a Ligt. It'll be a Maserati eventually. It happens to everybody. Everybody gets question marks, whether it's over the top or whether it's justified. That's why I'm not really hearing any Mainoo criticism like that. To me, he didn't do nothing bad. He wasn't bad in that game. I think people expect worldies from him every time. And every time he's not a 9 or 10 out of 10, there's no balance with him. It's either he played absolute quality and he was 9, 10 out of 10, or he's terrible and he was a 2, 3 out of 10 and he's burnt out and playing too much football. I think he played fine. That's just me, though.
I think there was a couple of, loose passes he made and whatnot. Sometimes, it was a bit rushed, his game. But I don't know. I just look at his... I think maybe a little bit of rest might do him good a little bit, but then again, he's so key to what we need to do in that midfield. Like without him, you kind of don't have that midfield security, and whatnot, and on the ball, he's someone that is press resistant. He can get the ball and move it about a little bit. There was that moment where I don't know if you've seen it, but he was in such a tight area, but he managed to get himself out of it. You know what I mean? Like. What do you think, Faz, like in terms of like the midfield and obviously Kobbie as well? Like,
so firstly, I'm definitely agreeing with Flawless. It's very natural for a player to have a drop in level. That's one. Number two, I don't actually think Kobbie is that fast of a player. I've seen numerous times where he's like, if he's caught in transition, he's trying to keep up with certain midfielders or players, and he falls a little bit behind. His physique and build isn't allowing him to be as fast as we kind of presume him. He's much more of a composed, slow the game down, and play the ball to feet kind of player. The expectation that we have of him, especially the last game because he played the 6, it's a very gung-ho kind of, you have to be able to go from A to B really quick and tackle and then win the ball. That's not really his type of play. I think his type of play is better suited for further up on the pitch, in the 10 and all those areas, to try and create and try and score. That's where he would thrive in terms of the actual relationship between the midfielders. I'm actually very surprised how Eriksen worked in that midfield. And listen, fine margins, penalty doesn't go in, we control the game, we punish them. I wouldn't be unhappy if I saw Eriksen in few more games to protect the midfielders a bit more, but very specific games. So, for example, I'm happy to see Eriksen play in the Barnsley game, for example. That should be possible. I'm happy to see Eriksen play, let's say, against FC Twente, those sorts of games. And I think it's given us I like to call it a new headache. It's a new headache, just so we can manage the transition of Ugarte a bit better, just so we're minimizing Casemiro getting cooked every other week and just sharing the workload. So I'm happy with the overall midfield in general. I think Kobbie just probably had a little bit off day, or just off pace a little bit, and it happens. They play with niggles, they play with little things here and there, so it could have just been anything. I'm not bothered at all. I'm not bothered at all. I'm actually more bothered about Diallo than anything.
Yeah, Diallo, that's your guy, man. That's your guy, man.
Again, very, very much normal at this level, anyways. For Manchester United fans, we are so starved of big proper success that anything that goes wrong on any given day is highlighted, and that's okay. That's fine. That's what's expected. That's the pressure with Manchester United. That particular game was probably one of the worst performances Diallo has had in a long while.
I agree.
And I'm very much happy to say that's fine and close the case.
He's got away with it, though. He's got away with it, which clubs
he has.
big clubs, they get away with it, man. You know what I mean?
Listen, I don't know if you guys watched the extended highlight back. I watched the extended highlight back and really noted down some of the mistakes. Onana saved him twice. And I think it was Ligt or Martinez that saved him once. So he needed saving quite a bit. And I'm not going to make an excuse of saying he played out of position. I'm not personally going to do that because he's such a good player that I already expect him to be able to hold that position down. So bad day in the office. Thank you very much, other Manchester United players for carrying him that game. And well done to the team for not only carrying, but punishing the opposition. So very, very good overall. This is called character and resilience.
I actually feel really sorry for Diallo. And that's, I know Florence gonna say that's strange coming from you, double A. But
I'm about to say, is that Ash talking? I was confused. No. I can't believe that. That's crazy. Go on.
Listen, our best player last season, and I think that's quite easy to say. And I'm saying that he stunk the least out of everyone, but he did have personally a good season and progressed to what would be for me a very good Premier League right back. The fact he's gone and lost his place to a new signing. Now, we're all led to believe Mazraoui can play left back. I personally believe there's a couple of players that 100% should have their first choice position in this team, and Diallo is one of those players for me, 100%. After last season, I think he deserves to be at right back. And for me, as much as Mazraoui's been good,
he played better when he went on there as well, innit? As well.
Yeah, I just think Mazraoui should have been put there. If Rashford can continue to play left wing, regardless of how bad he is, if Bruno can still play 10 or second striker, false 9, whatever, after playing poorly, I believe Diallo should continue to play at right back for Manchester United. I think he proved last season he's really good, and I wanted to see. Again, we talk about consistency. I really wanted to see him push in that position this season to see exactly what we could get even more out of him. And the next level, starting right back for Portugal. He scored, did he, in the international break?
Yeah.
I just feel a little bit sorry for him. I think he deserves to continue in his position, and I hope he gets there soon. But Mazraoui at the minute, I think someone said it in the chat, he's been our best signing. I think absolutely he has.
He's been solid, man. He hasn't actually been cooked, he hasn't been bro, like he's shown no deficiencies. Mazraoui, man, he's been absolutely unbelievable.
Can I just say on that point as well, one thing that I want to establish from now on, I do not want people to put Mazraoui and Diallo against each other and create this conversation.
Facts.
I'm so happy if Mazraoui benches Diallo.
There's not going to be no Wan-Bissaka because it is fast.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that Diallo can bench Mazraoui. Do you know how long we've been crying for fullbacks that are good as each other? Do you know what I'm saying? That can set levels. They might have their strengths and weaknesses, whatever, but they're setting levels. It's not like one fullback is only good at doing this and the other is only good at doing that. They both are fantastic fullbacks, and I'm really, really pleased with that. And I hope we can get the same thing from Malacia if and when he's back. So I'm very, very happy. Same thing with the centre backs. I'm yet to see, obviously, Euro come and play 5-6 games. Then I can make a judgment as well. But it's a good position to be in.
The problem is, sorry, just cut you there. I just want to jump on the back of that. Problem is with the Manchester United fan base, Faz, we're not allowed competition for places. It has to be start, and everyone else. Like they used to compare Rashford and Martial, Pogba and Bruno. There's always has to be. It's
goes further back than that, though. Double A.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you remember Giggs and Blomqvist?
Giggs and Blomqvist,
Eddie and
Scholes and Bort. I think I've never heard it as bad as recent past, mate. Like the four strikers, there was never the four strikers we had were in the treble. They were never compared with each other. They all and it was always accepted. Now it's like even with the centre backs. I'm even hearing, people that start already comparing Højlund and Xerxes against each other. And it's like, listen, we are allowed to have competition for places, and
we need two strikers.
They are all important to be in a squad. And in fact, like Fazzy is 100% right. I mean, if we've got a player coming in that's benching other players, that's exactly what we want, because it means if that player then has to miss a game, there's quality on the bench ready to step in and continue us playing really well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. And for me, like, one thing we have right now is 2 technical like fullbacks in it, like, and that's so key, man. And that's why for me, the Luke Shaw thing, it doesn't have to be pressed like Luke Shaw's coming back, guys. Like, no one's there. Like, I'm sick of that, bro. And we've not heard that. We've not heard that. For once, we have not heard we need Luke Shaw back. Like, and that is so
Saeed, let us have lost that game because the low had a poor start. That's what we would have heard.
No
Manchester
way.
United had lost the game, and that ties into what I was about to say, because Double A mentioned about when it was Blomqvist or Giggs, what Ash mentioned that, and Double A said the 4 strikers and other players. The reason why it happened so prominent now is because we're not winning. We're winning, people ain't fussed. But people look at it and go, oh, we're losing. Why are we losing? And if a player who they rate higher than another, if there's a player they rate higher, but he's not playing because of someone, not blame him. So if you rate Xerxes, for example, and Højlund's playing and we're losing, you're going to blame him. Well, he should be playing where it's like, that's not the case. Diallo has played well. I've always said this, Diallo. I think he's at where he is. He should be a very good squad player for us, which he is. I don't want him starting week in, week out. And I'm a fan of his. I think he's a man of many traits and a master of nothing, which is useful. And we've seen it last season as well. As bad as we were, he performed. He's always going to perform to a certain level. That was an off day for him against Southampton. Yeah, and even in the second half, he bounced back. Because in the second half, he was fine. He bounced back. Yeah, after a poor start. Well. Yeah. So it's kind of it's like that. Mazraoui's been very good. He's
100%
efficient.
Doesn't help as well. Also having Rashford in front of you doesn't track back too much. I mean, just leaving him there.
You know, Ash, Remontada, man. Remontada. He scored the goal. Turned the corner.
You know what's mad here? Big up Suj, by the way. Big up the panel, hit the likes and subscribe, everyone. Everyone enjoy the win and currently top 10 and 0 goal difference. Love for the love. And thank you for Sancho, gave us 3 points yesterday. Big up Denition as well.
Can I say something, Saeed, if that's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first thing first is, obviously there are so many fans that watch the shows from all across different platforms. And I've noticed this pattern where as soon as Manchester United win, people come out their caves saying, you're struggling to be positive. You're struggling, Saeed or me or whoever, Double A, you're struggling to be positive. What I want to establish is, look, the team, firstly, yes, they beat Southampton, right? Okay. It's very enjoyable that we scored 3 goals. Even if we, for example, beat Man City, let's just say for argument's sake, we can't confidently say, just because we beat Man City, that actually we can go and beat Palace as well, or Brentford as well, and Brighton as well. So that is when we can actually be really, positive and upbeat and do the bantering.
Absolutely.
I think it's very shameless. I'll be deadly honest. Very shameless that Manchester United fans are outside cooking Arne Slot. Because
I can do that.
Not one.
No,
we can. Because you can't tell me about cooking. Listen, you can't tell me about cooking. When Chef Faz is out, it's a different story. But please, you can't tell me confidently that we can beat Forest. Not one person can sit here and tell me.
I hear that, Faz. But we have Faz. You taking the one thing we don't have. We have the one thing we have as Manchester United fans. Is the ability. That was one thing I can only speak for me. The one thing I have is the ability to crash on the rivals.
Yeah.
As bad as we are, they lost to Forest. They get in the jokes. We could be bottom of the league. Lost all 4 games. Minus 50.
I'm gonna crash on them.
They lose to Forest. I just hope, you, man. No. I was waiting for his tactics. I was waiting for his tactical breakdown, man. That's what I wanted to know. His tactical breakdown against Forest. You know what I'm saying? Since we breaking down tactics of rival managers, break down the tactics when you lose. Keep the same energy.
Where was the tactics?
Keep the same energy.
Yeah, man. But Liverpool, man. But I get what you're trying to say. Like, cool. We need to know where we are. But bro, when we get 3 points, man, I can't lie to you. I'm crashing on everyone. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Fine. Because you know why? Because I don't know when the next 3 points is. You know what I'm saying? So I might enjoy it, but actually, I'm enjoying it.
It's a very like living today kind of thing. Looking at it like live for today, live in the present.
I'm checking it. As soon as it comes in, you ball out and then man.
Hey, Letters had got moved to a midfield with Ward-Prowse and Yates. You never hear the end of it. We lost that home to a midfield containing James Ward-Prowse and Yates. You would never hear the end of it. Alanga assist with a Cho goal. You never hear the end of it.
You think Chelsea were rubbish yesterday? And their energy 5 minutes before kickoff, like Matisse was moving mad, like on the stream. I was watching the stream back, like he was going crazy, and like the energy was mad. But then when he scored that goal, it's United fans. What you saying now? You know what I mean? So they're shameless in that aspect. So you know what I mean? Like that's what football is, man. You know what I mean? And I think for me, it's one of them where, like, bro, I rattled Toby today. Rattled him, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I could only have done that with a win yesterday. And that sounds crazy, but that's where Man United have took me, man. Honestly, they've took me to a place where I never thought I would go. But the reality is, we're not knowing we're going to be in a consistent run. We don't even know if we're going to be, like, listen, we should beat Barnsley, yeah? But if there was a shock tomorrow or on Tuesday, would anyone be surprised if we drew or we lost to Barnsley on Wednesday, on Tuesday? You know what I mean? Like, it's mad.
Nothing's a surprise with Manchester United. I don't think any of us, we'd be annoyed, mad, upset, but there's nothing else because what have we not seen at this point? As Manchester United fans under Ten Hag, what have we not seen?
Yeah. Now, 100%, man. You know what I'm saying to you? So for me, Arne Slot, he's lucky that he faced Ten Hag. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real, man. A lot of it comes down to the fact that it is the manager. Like, the players, don't get me wrong. Our players, like, there's some that I don't rate, but largely, we've got a good group of players that can produce quality on their day, and they're playing better than what they're showing right now. Like, a better manager can get a better tune out of these players. So for most of it, it's down to the tactics and what we're doing. So most of it's down to really, I'm not saying it's all of it down to Ten Hag, but most of it's down to Ten Hag because he sets us up in a way that we're not doing as much as we should be doing, right? So when I look at it, it's like Arne Slot got the best out of Ten Hag last week. You know what I mean? And the way we were playing in the 3-1-6. You know what I mean? Then he came against a low block and he found out, what happened to the 3-1-6? Oh, damn. I played a Nuno Espirito Santos. And he sat back and then he had Elanga and Hudson-Odoi on the break, one chance goal. That's what happens. Newcastle, you know what's mad? Newcastle have not played well this season, and I've been genuinely serious here. But you know what? They're unbeaten. They are unbeaten, people. So this league is crazy right now. So I just think for me, I think it's a game-by-game basis I'm kind of judging United on. I'll be real with you. It's a game-by-game basis. Enjoy the wins. And like I said, analyze what's going on. And then, you know what I mean? When shit hits the fan, we have to analyze it as well. So that's just the way I kind of look at it for me. You know,
plenty of shit and a big fan. You know what I'm saying? It is Manchester United Football Club. For real. Because we know that you mentioned it already, the Barnsley game, the Palace game coming up. Any of these games we could lose. Any of our games this month at any point across, even the 20 game at home, do I think we'll win it? Yes. But if someone was like, you're a loser, bro. I hear you. Teams catch us on an off day, it could be curtains. For real.
Could lose all them games. Never mind just one. We could lose all.
This is what I'm saying. And we having a whole different conversation. But yeah, on the Southampton game, I'd say I'm glad to get the win and score that many goals as well. Yeah, 3 goals in the game, and it should have been more as well. Should have been more. That's the only real criticism I have. Yeah, should have been 5 or 6. He had a couple chances. Rashford and there was a couple half chances, couple times. Decision making could have been a little bit better, but overall, minus Diallo in that first half and Bruno just being Bruno, I thought we played well.
It was good to see a strong performance off the Ligt, after the international break that he had, and the slating that he got. But to come up with a goal and some decent clearances early on in the first half, where he makes that clearance off the line, and just gets past Onana, played big, the Ligt, and I think he needed that. And I think he'll go on to be a good signing for us. He's one of those players that you heard Graham Souness call him like weak and soft. It's one of those analysis. Like he must never have seen him before. Like called him light, like he's a unit, and you saw it against Southampton, and it was good to see it.
Yeah, this comment here, just before you go, Double A, this is good timing as well. Big up Paul B says, I'm still not sure about Dilly. Man got twisted up first 10 minutes against Southampton. Bigger test. Let's see. However, the other hand, Mazza is proper. I'm guessing you mean Mazarawi. I thought.
Is it because Walker Peters done him? In one,
because was imperial. You know what it is, Faz? You can't. Nobody should ever go past you ever. Because if someone goes past you,
thank you.
No, nobody should. No attacker should ever go past you.
Like Standing gets spun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like we haven't seen any. Your best defender whoever he is got spun at some point. It's going to happen. Just law of averages. It's about limiting it. That's what it is.
I will say though, that's very fair. And after that, he didn't have any kind of blips really, and that shows the quality of a defender. And this is why I'm particular. I'm gonna ring Diogo and I'm gonna tell him, you messed up, and I'll tell you why. Because remember, before the penalty, he made a rash tackle which led to a free kick, and Southampton had a header on goal, a little bit more, and it goes in, right? And that challenge, he was just rash. Like the ball's going out of play anyways. He just have to stand and jockey the player, and the player probably passes it back, or they end up, losing the ball, or we win possession, whatever. He just purposely kind of tries to do his physicality thing, and ended up giving away a free kick. After that, he made the same mistake, which is, I'm not going to give you half a space. And the moment you get half a space, I'm taking you out. And that's what he tried to do again. And that shows, lack of kind of awareness and concentration in a game. Doesn't mean he's a bad defender or anything as such. But for that particular game, I think he was definitely, one of them when you're doing boxing or something and someone punches you and you don't respect their power. I don't think he actually respected this lad that was up against him. Was it Dibin or something? This young lad as well. Young lad that not many people heard of. So I think maybe he was a bit misjudged with his ability. And then when the winger actually started cooking him, he should have said, "Yo, let me actually calm down," instead of just. Yeah. I think he tried to do the physical thing and try and show him, "Yo, you can't just be doing all of this." We're Manchester United, but it played against him.
Yeah, 100%.
Big up to Onana, man.
Onana, he did his thing. I'll be honest with you,
play well. He did play.
I'll give Onana his credit when he needs to, because, like I said,
pick him up, man. He helped a lot.
And you know what? When I look at him more, it was actually a good save rather than a bad penalty.
Bad penalty. No, it was a good penalty. It was a good penalty.
It was a good penalty. When I looked at it back, I was like, you know what, man? It was a good save. Like
it was a good save.
Give him his credit, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, it changed the game, bro. It changed the game. But in terms of Ligt, bro, like what I like about him, I love last ditch tackles in terms of like off the line and that. And he's one of them that's got long legs and that. He's just gonna be there and just because we're gonna be defending that. And Varane was good at that, box defender. I think Ligt is a very, very good box defender, like genuinely. And I think we missed that, man. You know what I mean?
He's absolutely quality. The narrative surrounding Ligt, you would think we'd sold Jap Stam and gone and brought Laurent Blanc like we did in the early 2000s.
Laurent Blanc weren't that bad,
No, he won a league with us, but let's not be honest. That drop off from Jap Stam, the best defender in the world, to Laurent Blanc on a free was crazy, and no one expected it. Bro, this is a 25-year-old international player that's won leagues everywhere he's been. I'm not starting to jump on this narrative that he's lightweight, like you said that, Ash. Yeah, I guarantee if he'd have signed for Liverpool, he wouldn't be saying that about Matthias de Ligt that he's lightweight. It's only because it's Manchester United. Let's not pretend. And the only thing about this whole Netherlands thing is that it happened with Netherlands. For the games, for the minutes I've seen him play for Manchester United so far, I think he's been really, really good. I think we spoke about it a few weeks ago. Felt he was unlucky to be 2 goals down against Liverpool on his personal performance. I thought he was solid enough in that first half. I've no worries. The fact he's bringing goals to his game as well. I was gonna tweet it and I didn't. It signals the end of Maguire for me, because that's the big draw for what Maguire was meant to be for Manchester United. Was that danger in the box? Never really ever seen it. So the fact that de Ligt's second start has gone and got a goal, set piece as well, which we love to see. It's just brilliant for him, and once we get the Martinez back that we're missing, and once
he played well as well on Saturday.
He did, and there was a whole conversation on Friday night worried about that. I think that partnership. I said that partnership for me can be one of the best in the league. I'm not even gonna pretend, and I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna back down from that. I think between them both, they've got everything in the locker, and I'm happy that we've gone and got him. And to get him and Mazraoui for what we did is an excellent piece of business.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
To lose for me, what was our best centre back in Rafa Varane, and replace him with someone younger, faster, stronger, and healthier. We've done, and we've still got Euro to come back, which again just signifies small steps that Manchester United seem to be making in the right direction.
Yeah, big up to everyone who's
Graham is a sour man. Graham is a sour man. He's a he's bitter and he's sour. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All he does is hate on anything that he can hate on, man. And
man.
the Ligt's ability is so visible, and on top of it's the Nations League. Like that international break is a joke, anyways. Like the players are not really serious, man. Let's be honest. They've just finished pre-season. Season's just started, and couple of games later is international break. Let's be honest here. Mentally, they're not even gonna be like fully ready to go machine for machine. Graham is just a bag of freaking sourness. That's all he is, man. He needs to have a look in the mirror, man, because this guy just chats so much shit. Shit. And you know, Graham, the only reason they employ you is so that you chat shit and they get views. They're using you for views because you actually don't have any decent point. You played football when football used to be in black and white, mate. Yeah, football is we got digital TVs now. Yeah, please, man, fix up.
Yeah. What did Santan Dave though? What did Santan Dave say though? In it, you know what I mean. Nobody wanted to grow up being a Soonest, innit? You know what I'm saying? He killed him, innit? He killed him, man. Big up Mute. He says here, big up the man. Them noticing the pattern with Rashi scoring when there's an incentive, like after the Belfast incident or the boy he promised to score for. It's a motivation issue. Why does he need to have an incentive? You know, there was a funny tweet. He goes, "Yo, he never lets the children starve, in it." You know them ones there. So shout out to Rashford. You know them ones there. Like when kids need him, he delivers, in it. You know them ones there. So fair play. But like I said, bro, like he has to be like we're just asking for a player who's going to be 27 next month here to be consistent. Is that hard to ask for?
Yes,
like
yes,
should be the bare minimum.
Weeks ago. Yes, it's hard to ask for because he's 27. He's been here nearly 10 years, and we're still asking for it. He's not capable of it. He's not.
Yeah.
How much of that though flawless is down to coaching and system and the players around him? I'm not trying to back him, but there's clearly a player in there, and
is he in a terrible environment? Yes,
goals.
Yes. He is, but how come Diallo can perform in that same environment, even though it's only of a shorter period of time?
Diallo, man, what a player!
Yeah, he's been.
Last season, we watched last season Diallo in the same environment perform to a good level. He started this season in the same environment and has performed to a good level. The reason why Diallo can play to a certain level in the exact same environment is because he just got that quality that Rashford just lacks. Now, I agree with you. Coaching hasn't been helped. Players around him, managers, etc. But he's just not got what people are looking for him to be, that guy and go, all right, yeah, go get us 20 goals. Go and be that talisman. At best, you're a squad player.
I was looking at his performance with Xerxes and his link-up play. They're developing a little bit of a partnership there. You know what I mean? And we could see something start to flourish with him, similar to what we saw with him and Martial. And who knows, we might start to see something with him. But it's one of those, like you say, it's motivating him, and that's the issue.
I did like about the build-up they had yesterday. Like you say, actually, there was a couple of good moments. Like, I think, and I personally think he. Pause on this one. He gets swallowed up by being the headline. I think. I'm sorry. Right. Yo. I personally don't think he can handle being the star. I don't think he can handle that mantle. So if we have, listen, you're right in what you're saying. Ahmad for me is just an unbelievable talent, and I'm so happy that that he plays for Manchester United. He's proven again. People can talk about Garnacho all they want, but listen, Ahmad should be starting for him over him no matter what for me.
Bro, is Ahmad going to start though? Because big up Ramadan, he said
he has to.
Ahmad, young player this season, I've had enough. Like, bro, like
he has to.
Bro, man,
he's the best. He's been our best player, I would say. Him and Mazraoui have been our best players so far this season. So we fought that against Liverpool, and he was on the bench after he won Player of the Month. So you never know with this manager. But I think in the fan base and for anyone who's watching him with their own eyes, bro, Ahmad is proving to be everything that Manchester United fans thought he would be given the chance, and that is an unbelievable football player. One that excites us every time we see him play.
Yeah,
he's creating chances as well. You saw six chances he created against Southampton. Sorry,
that's crazy.
Six chances he created against Southampton and got an assist as well. Like, we weren't seeing that with Anthony. We weren't seeing that on the right hand side from anyone. You see Amad Diallo, and he can score goals. You know, he's got that ability to strike the ball. We've seen it in pre-season. We saw it for Sunderland. He's someone that's only going to grow and flourish. I said to Saeed a couple of weeks ago, I think he could get 13 goals this season easily. Like, he's one of them players that...
Don't tell Flawless that, man, because we're going to go in again now.
I like him. I feel give him space, give him chance, give him an eye for goal, and he's getting goals. I mean, he knows how to hit the ball. The way he strikes the ball, he's just got it. You know, some players, when they strike the ball, it's either 15 yards wide or hitting row Z. But you know, the top players, they keep it within that 5 yard wide zone. They never smash it like 15 yards further than wide. They're hitting the target, or he's hitting a man, he's getting blocked. And Diallo, you always see me either hits a man or it's just slightly wide. It's never drastically wide. And that, to me, you can see with just the quality he's got on the ball and he's striking, that he's going to get numbers. It's just a matter of time. Already he's getting his assists. And he's going to start to get the goals, and I feel like it's just a matter of time before we're seeing goals from him. And he's just got to have a little bit more belief and confidence to take strikes. Because I don't know, against Southampton, there was 3 or 4 times where he's cutting onto his left-hand side, which, you know, he's probably doing a little bit too much. But he's looking for a man rather than trying to take a shot where he can take a shot. So I want to see him have a little bit more confidence and belief in himself, because I feel like he's going to score. I feel like he is going to grow into be a goal scorer for us from out wide.
I think, you know, one of the things I noticed is the lack of hesitation from Ahmad, which is really nice to see from a winger.
Yeah.
I noticed these things from, for example, you know, Sterling's done this all his career. Even though he's had a fantastic career, he's had a sense of hesitation where before he passes or shoots. Rashford, before he passes and shoots, the moments Rashford doesn't hesitate, is most of the time he's got that knuckle ball that will probably go on target or hit the back of the net. Do not hesitate. You know, Martial didn't hesitate. Sanch don't hesitate. They'll do whatever they need to do in front of the players. And as soon as they find half a space or a moment that they feel confident they can pass, they will just release the ball. That's it. Facts. They won't do 1 or 2 steps extra. There was a moment where Ahmad passed the ball to Bruno, and Bruno tried to run on and you know, get something a shot off, and he ended up going wide. But that little moment, Ahmad had like 2 or 3 players around him trying to squeeze him straight away, and he didn't even think of what, you know, the next step. Instant release of the ball into a space where the player, you know, finds himself with the ball. And that is what you need, you know, players be able to do, because he soaked up all the pressure on one side of the pitch, leaving the other side totally empty for players to attack on. And this is what I want to see. And that's something that, for example, Garnacho lacks. You know, as much as he's playful with his football, he's got good shooting. That's what Garnacho doesn't have, that ice cold composure, just to not hesitate, trust himself, and then pass the ball or do something with the ball. This is why Ahmad is such a good profile for Manchester United, and you know, Sancho was as well in terms of profile, but it never seemed to come through.
But the thing is, my thing is that, you know, Ahmad is in the team for now, yeah. But we've got Tottenham at home in a couple of weeks or 2 weeks. We've got Aston Villa. Will he play them 2 back-to-back games for you guys? Because that's the sort of games that Garnacho might come in and whatnot. Like, this is thing, like, for me, you can't, like, this is your main guy.
That's the thing is, I don't think it should be either or between those two. To me, Garnacho and Diallo should start. Why is Rashford got a place?
Okay.
Why is Rashford got a place? As much as I think Garnacho's limited and is better off the bench, he is currently performing at a better level than Rashford. And
against
Diallo's
which 2 teams, sorry? Against which 2 teams are you talking about against?
No, I'm saying Garnacho just. But what Saeed said? He says we play Villa. Yes,
Villa and there, Crystal Palace.
Okay, Prem games. Okay.
Yeah, the Premier League game. So yeah, to me, like, those 2 should be started. What has Rashford? Yeah, okay, he scored against Southampton, played decent. Outside of that, he's been woeful. So why is he guaranteed, or why is he set on the left-hand side? Play Diallo on the right, Garnacho on the left. That's what you should do. Let Rashford come off the bench. Maybe we get better out of him coming off the bench when teams are tired and there's a little bit more space. But it's complacency, but that shouldn't happen. To me, it shouldn't be either or between those 2. But you know, this manager, is Diallo going to guarantee to start those 2 games? Who knows with this manager? Because we've seen him play well, get player of the month, and then drop the next game.
Yeah, because like I said, he quote tweeted a tweet, and this was a tweet saying 4 GA in 5 with only 1 start. Garnacho is him. and then he's put a time emoji there. You know what I'm saying? To like, which, like I said, a lot of people said, "Oh man, should he be doing that? Should he be commenting? Should you just put your head down?" But it's a new age of social media, isn't it? Like these man, they read these kind of tweets, innit? You know what I'm saying, from these fan accounts, man.
But
you know the ones
that could be him just saying, "My time will come. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. I'm confident in what I'm doing. I'm producing when I'm on the pitch." But the narrative has to run negative. It has to be he's going against the manager. He's being defiant and all that. But it's a nothing tweet, is it? Do you know what I mean? He's just basically saying, listen, one thing we know about Garnacho is he believes in himself and he believes in his ability.
But even if his brother, though, his brother's always like, bro, like.
Well, yeah, he's just living through his brother because he couldn't make it as a
but does that help though? Does that help? Do you reckon?
I don't blame his
brother
brother at all.
No,
I can't
don't blame his brother at all. But I think one thing. Listen, this is just from hearing, from certain people inside the club or around the club. Is Garnacho's got a huge pride. He's got a lot of pride. And you can almost see that, he's got to the point where he's replying back to, failed comps. He's replying back to these tweets and quotes. He's liking posts. He's very prideful. And he actually had some fallouts with academy players as well whilst he was in the academy because of this pride when he was breaking into the first team. And that's okay. The pride means you believe in yourself and whatever, but there's a fine line between being prideful and then being a bit overconfident. And it's important that the club kind of nurture him, because let's not forget, this guy is still very young. He's an adult. He's a father. So he's going into adulthood and he's going into the next stage of his life. So it's important that the club nurture him, because it can swiftly go the other way. And it is very natural for young players or any player to have bad patches, a bad season. Even it can happen. Players can have bad season, and that's when you really find out what's what. And these accounts or these people that he's replying to, whatever, I'm really sorry, but that's not it. That's really not it, because with the snap of a finger they'll turn on you, there'll be a bombarding on you, and this, that, the other. So that's something you need to stay far away from, especially family members getting involved as well. That's the new norm nowadays, but it's important that they keep a fine line and a distance. And, backing your brother online and doing this, that, and bantering other clubs, that's all fine and good. But let's not forget, don't be upset if you're living that life when people do it to your family, because there's also opposition fans, and your family will also have bad games. That's just the nature of football.
Yeah, 100%. Big up Paul. It says, and like I said, I'm not sure on him yet. It was an okay performance against Southampton. That's my point. Hopefully we'll grow to be a bad man, but let's see. And big up Dinesh says, once Aman makes a mistake, Ten Hag will drop him. I looked at Trossard today, and he, for me, is an impact player. Like, I think Garnacho's the same, man. Right now, he's an impact player. I think him starting games, I don't know if it'll benefit for him and his confidence, the fans' belief in him as well. That he could. I think sometimes you got to know your role, man.
I hear that, but that's because what the problem is with that, and I agree with you. Is he better off the bench? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because our options are so limited, we ain't got a choice. That's how I'm looking at it. Rashford shouldn't be starting. Rashford should not be starting week in, week out. So then who are the other left wing options? Anthony? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
There's only Garnacho left. Who's the other left? Who else can we play out there? Or even like there's an academy kid on the bench we can talk about, or maybe throw him in. So that's why I would say I do agree with you with Garnacho, yes. But there comes a point where you have to be held accountable for performances. And Rashford's been bad for how long? You've seen it last week when a couple of weeks ago when Double A went on his rant about the 2 crosses. When people tried to say how well he played because he put in 2 crosses for Xerxes. That's where we're at. 2 crosses. And people were like, he put in 2, like, that's not just the bare minimum as a left winger. But that's why I would say he played them both, to be honest. And maybe Rashford. I think I actually have Rashford in the same boat as Garnacho. I think he's an impact player off the bench too.
I think 19-year-olds should be, unless you're a generational talent, unless you're a Ronaldo, you're a Vinny Jr. 19-year-olds should be impact players. Mainoo, again, the fact we're relying on Mainoo and Garnacho, people desperate for Garnacho start. shows the issues that are deep rooted in Manchester United, that we don't have enough quality, older seasoned professionals doing the job that these youngsters are doing week in, week out, and that's the sad thing.
Everybody's trying to be Lamine Yamal, and everybody's trying to be the next superstar, star boy, Ballon d'Or, young Ballon d'Or. Calm down, man. Football is a short career, but it's also a long career. You're not, especially when you're playing football, first team football at 19, 18. You have over 15 years of football left, God willing. So take it easy. Be happy that you can be an impact player, and not just any, but the most impactful player in the Premier League was Nacho. Take pride in that, own it, and do what you're doing. That's it. Let Rashford take the heat. Let all of them guys take the heat, because soon as you get Garnacho starting and stuff, you get the odd downfall. People just on your case, like he's not ready, all of this. So just I'm very happy that he comes off the bench and whatever. I'm overall I'm very happy. Unfortunately, we don't have a player to start over Rashford for sure, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Ian Wright didn't sign for Arsenal till he was 27, 28. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't make it to the big time till he was well in, his prime, Rashford's age. You know what I mean? So if there's plenty of, like, so with these young kids that come through, the expectation now is mental. Like, we've got, like you say, Lamine Yamal, 16 years old, doing a madness for Barcelona and Spain. But I think sometimes patience is a virtue and it should be used on young players. Like, we're very, very lucky, the ones that have seen it. We saw the greatest crop of young players come through our club, but the patience was there. Beckham, Garnacho's never been out on loan. Mainoo's never been out on loan. Beckham went to Preston to see if he could cut it. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't happen now. Kids are just, if they're good enough, they're thrown straight in, and it's sink or swim a lot of it. And I think, I just think, I personally for myself, and I've had this argument about Garnacho many times on here, I'm very happy to see him progress, and playing 30 games in a row isn't good for a young player. And now he's holding bench a little bit. I'm happy to see that, because he's coming on and doing good things, scoring goals. So long may it continue. And if he progresses and gets better and better in the next couple of years, I think we'll have a really good player on our hands.
Yeah, and to the wrap up, David, who said in a comment, he's like, Rashford isn't a winger. We don't do winger things. I hear it to an extent. We also said you don't do striker things either. It's inside forward. The thing is, he plays out wide. Yeah, we know he's not a traditional winger, so I hear the point overall, but what does he really do? Full stop.
Facts. 100%, man. I'm with
Can
you.
we bring up this comment, if you don't mind, from Dominica, the one where she, I think they say Bruno liking Sancho's post.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
So
yeah. You see my comment?
And he commented as well. He commented on it as well.
Yeah.
Is that going against the club? Yeah, he's going against the club. That's what it is, fans. Going against the club, not backing the manager.
None of you lot complained when I was signed to the devil and I was coming on Saeed's channel.
Yeah.
You lot didn't complain then. Why are you not complaining? These are colleagues, man, former colleagues. Nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah. Let them, bro. He's promoting it. Someone that he spent time with. They've probably gone out for food. But
they're friends. But their friends
didn't do well.
Yeah, because the friends, what people don't realize is the friendship with some of these players is bigger than the actual football club.
Exactly.
So they're boys.
And as we know now, the football culture has changed. These players aren't rivals anymore. The social media area.
Well, you're not seeing everyone hugging each other today, man. The derby today, they're hugging each other, man. It's not as if they hate each other.
Yeah, that's what shows you. It shows you that how. And I hope I can find a different way of saying it. Don't take offense, anyone, but how out of touch fans are from how actual changing rooms and football works. rival teams, players, they talk after the game, they banter each other, this, that, the other. That's very standard, man. They probably go out clubbing together if they, bog standard. This is how football works nowadays. And you know what? Actually, more than anything, you should actually be happy about your beloved captain.
Yeah,
your beloved captain. He shows his character. He's giving him good props.
But you know what?
From us, we're not bitter.
It's because people over-exaggerate the impact of that. Like, people will legit be mad about him liking the post. Their brethren, it has zero effect on anything.
No,
Bruno liking that post and commenting has zero effect on anything.
Anything.
Zero.
But you know what's mad though? Bruno
talking?
does this for everyone though. Like he comments on Elanga, he comments on everyone. Like he's just active on social media,
because they're
innit?
brethren, because they
they're
are actually
brethren, yeah.
they brethren. They've been in changing room for however many years together. It's like if all of us was in the professional game and we're playing for opposite teams.
I don't know. You know what? You better not make. Sorry, Faz. You better not make him aware that he's going to play with Bernardo Silva on international duty. Do you know what I mean? You know, people when they find out that Bruno's going to play with Bernardo Silva, do you know what I mean? They might kind of. It's madness.
Low key.
I like. Sorry,
No.
I like that Bruno's doing that. He's 30 years old. He's nearly 30, if I'm not mistaken.
He's 30.
He's
30 now. He's a big man. And he's had a fantastic, professional senior career where he's ended up with Manchester United and etc. He's passing on positivity to younger players, bro. Younger players in their 20s, early 20s are looking at him like an OG. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's how you have to look at football. He's saying, yo, go to another club, do your thing, wish you have a good time. And he's commenting, is it Garnacho's post saying you are stupid and this, that, the other. He's teaching everyone and he's checking on everyone.
Man.
It's good. It's good.
Low key. It's captain behavior, isn't it? It's captain's behavior. He's involved. He's showing his presence on social media. No, it's not an issue. Like, and it doesn't matter if it's a player that's departed or not. What's the harm in it? He's not saying, I can't wait for you to do that against us at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? He's just saying, go and do you. You've moved away from the club. Happy to see it's going well. But
still keeps in contact with Paul Pogba. A lot of the fan base don't like Paul Pogba. He's still in contact with him, you know what I mean, and whatnot. So it's one of them where I think people, it's like when it's saying now, like, let's say, for example, Flawless went to a rival company that he worked for, and he was going to that job. You think I'm gonna be hating him? Be like, oh man, bro, you did it. Like, bro, we're brethren. I'm gonna wish you well. And it's natural, man. Do you know what I mean? But there's a lot of rivalry now, and listen, it's quite pathetic, man. Like I said to you, man. Like we don't have that anymore. We don't have Gary Neville with Phil Neville in Goodison Park, and them man weren't even speaking to each other. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, man. You know what I mean? Like it's what it is.
It's changed. The culture has changed. Now, like there's none of that. It doesn't mean that you don't go out there and compete, though. There's still that competition still out there. Like, I think Bruno will still kick down Sancho if he has to on the pitch? Yes, fully think he will. 110% crash into him, foul him if needs be, and vice versa as well. They're gonna go out there and be competitive when they play against each other. But outside of that, that's all it is. Like, what are we doing here, man? People got too much time on their hands.
Bro, too much time, man. That's the thing, man. Too much time on their hands, man. I talk about time. Big up Suji says, people, you're moving shameless, not even 500 likes. We need minimum 800. Come on, guys. Let's get these likes up. We need to get at least minimum 600 likes. Half of you in the building need to be liking the video. You know what I'm saying to you? Big up Multa says, I'm too humble. Nacho will put him on blast. Lol. Also, what was I saying?
What's going on with Martinez? Anybody knows?
Martinez?
Yeah.
What happened?
Because he was uncomfortable apparently after the game, and
what are these injuries, by the way? Someone kept telling him about injuries. Is there any injury?
So what I heard is we all saw it, that he declined ice, and then apparently they're checking him out for some sort of niggle or impact injury. So
what?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys saw anything. I haven't yet, but that's what the last I heard is they tried to give him ice after the sub and he declined it, but afterwards they had to take him in to get checked out.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Because he was uncomfortable while he was, getting off. He was really upset, not at the substitution, but at the fact that he was uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something's not right there.
I don't know. Hopefully he's good.
I think for me, there's a couple of niggles and whatnot. Maybe Mazarawi had a situation where he had a bit of a situation, but I don't think it'll happen. Big up Cavill says, ballers, no ballers. Bruno probably thinks Sancho was hard done by United and now it's free to go ball out. That's it, man. You know what I mean? Players will know how good players are, innit? You feel me? Like they'll understand this and they'll know, man. You get me? Like real recognize real, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is, man. Just on the midfield, Casemiro, like in terms of like him and Ugarte, where do you see that man them kind of going? Because obviously, you know, Casemiro got dropped for that one. Ugarte, you see him starting on the Carabao Cup, or you see it being Collier? You know what I mean? What you man saying?
It shouldn't be a guy for Barnsley. I don't think. Save him for Pal. I hope it's a case of.
But he needs fitness, don't it? Fitness, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but mate, he played.
I know he played twice.
One and a half games for Uruguay. There's no excuse not to play, and he's catching up to the rhythm. Listen, he's a professional footballer. I assume as soon as you put him in, I think he looked okay with his brief cameo yesterday. I have no fear of him coming into this Manchester United midfield. What I personally would like is the manager to do what he did yesterday. Play the midfield that's going to get the best out of the game. Like, shouldn't have to be Casemiro every game. Shouldn't have to be Kobbie every game. Who's going to get you the win? Who's going to get the best performance against your opponent? I want to see that midfield. If that is Eriksen, Casemiro, Ugarte, Kobbie, Bruno, Ugarte, it doesn't matter. Who's the best player for the game? Ugarte will get his chances, and I think he'll show his quality and what he's doing. I'd like, these games I'd like to see Casemiro and Ugarte together. I've said this before, and I think Mainoo slightly more advanced than the both of them. I think that midfield's probably our best. If Casemiro can play decent, maybe as an 8 rather than a 6, I don't know. But again, it's all about having options, having strength in each department, and you play the best team. No one should be. You shouldn't have a guaranteed 11 in this day and age of football. It just shouldn't happen. So.
Just keep them ticking over anyway. Just play 45 minutes each. Garter gets 45, Casemiro gets 45, get the job done against Barnsley. Comfortable performance. Do you know what I mean? And a little bit more up to fitness for the season. And we move on. It shouldn't be like Collier's got to play 60, 80 minutes, whatever, and we're struggling through that game till, we snatch a winner late in the death. It's just putting a strong enough team for 45, putting the next strong enough team for 45. Simple. Just we're playing against Barnsley. It shouldn't be too complicated. It's not. They're not going to have to extend themselves too much. So because a guy needs to get used to the system anyway. He's coming into the team. He's had 20 minutes. That's all he's played so far. Just get used to what Ten Hag wants from him out on the football field. And I mean, from what little Ten Hag offers on the sidelines, but to try and just get him, just ease his way into it. Simple, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, Collier plays 90. You play Casemiro 145. Ugarte the other 45. It's Barnsley at home. They should be all right in there. We shouldn't really be after the game talking about our midfield didn't get it right today. We struggled against Barnsley. We should really do the business. 90 for Collier, 45 for Ugarte, 45 for Cass. Wholesale changes all around, and we move because Palace is the more important game.
What might seeing Wheatley and Amas as well.
There we go. Yeah, plays like that.
You know what I mean? Like Xerxes and save him for Palace. That's gonna be a tricky game. So
who do you play up front then?
Wheatley. Put Wheatley in there.
Would you go so early though? I mean, I've always felt like in the League Cup against that kind of opposition, you've got to go there. Get a couple of goals early, then start to make the changes.
I would do that as well.
Well, they're coming in. They're coming to us, mate. We should be dominating that Old Trafford again. I think I'd rather that. I'd rather just give these players a chance. Our best game last season was that wholesale changes against Palace at Old Trafford, mate, in the League Cup.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You just play up top. Wheatley. What does Anthony get a run out?
Yeah, I think so. Left back as well.
Bro, Anthony, man. He tried to come on, and then he got told sit down, mate.
Because the Ligt had to go off, so it's like that's why he made the changes. But Johnny Evans, Maguire, it should be like I said, wholesale changes. If you can't do that against Barnsley, anyhow, we see a full strength 11, I'd be like, what?
The most important one, buying Daring goal. Let's see this guy get.
Bro, he's not going to play him. I don't think he's going to play him.
Crazy if he doesn't, mate. It's crazy.
I genuinely don't think he's going to play him.
Crazy.
Genuinely, guys, I don't think he's going to play him, man. I'll be honest with you, man.
But you're right. But again, I feel sorry for, the international goalkeeper for Turkey's come here, not been given, one game against, was it Newport County, won it?
Yeah, and he did all right in that game. That's the crazy thing. He did okay in that game.
It's such poor man management, that. And I feel for him, really feel for him.
When the likes of Xerxes, you could have Xerxes and everyone off. I wouldn't call them the big guns, but the first team players, they can just come out and be on the bench. And if it is going south, you bring them on.
Yeah.
If it needs to be. Game time.
Yeah.
Not games, because the thing is, we're gonna have to rotate. Like, we got Palace, you got the game against 20 as well, like Spurs at home. So the squad's gonna have to be utilized. You want these players with some form of sharpness. You don't just want to be bringing them in cold. So come on, it's Barnsley at home.
Barnsley at home,
Surely we make the changes. Surely.
Just rest Mainoo. That's all.
Yes.
Just rest
Mainoo, 100%.
I even try to see Mainoo in the squad. I hear you on that. I want to see this.
Yeah. And obviously, I did a video today on Xerxes, man. Like I said, the only thing that was missing was the goals, man. I'm enjoying it. That was a very, very good performance from Xerxes, man. You know, and listen, we have to have something different. Hoyland's going to come in and give his own kind of version. Like Xerxes comes in, drops in the pockets, 1-2, give and go, link up play. Like, I enjoyed it, man. He just lacked the goal. And he should have, the one that I think he should have buried was the one in the second half, man, where he just needs to place it. I think for me, it was a good block, but he's got to do better. A bit more decisive, bit more kind of, you know, like, you know, just, yeah, man, he used to score basically, innit? That's the main thing, man. So that there, but overall, I thought his game was good, man. And we found a player that can actually link up play. And that, we haven't had that since Martial, you know, that could just drop in the pockets and move around. And, you know, some people say, you know what, he can play in that 10 role, man. And I actually believe he can. You know,
you saying Xerxes 10, Highland 9?
Maybe
I think so.
That could be an option.
I think
that could be an option, genuinely, because if he's there to just link up play, he's gonna actually, like, you know what, he's gonna actually cause, like, you know, like problems, man, because he's gonna pick up pockets that people don't assume, and also he's gonna actually get the fullbacks going forward. He's gonna actually give license to people because the ball is gonna stick to him, innit? The more he plays, the more he gets adapted to the Premier League. He's gonna get used to, like, the ball sticking to him. At first, Liverpool, you know, you played against two giants. He kind of was a bit nervous. But now, do you know what I mean? Like, once he gets going and once he has his bearings, I think he'll come good, man. I really do. I really, really do.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he did. Like I said, I see you. He did play well. And whether it is a 9 or is the option as the 10, why not? Will his manager ever do that? No, in regards to him playing in the 10, but he played well. The only criticism of him from that Southampton game is he should have had the cup. Should have scored in the first half.
Yeah.
Definitely scored in the second half, but he's playing well. I like what I'm seeing, and the criticism we've seen of him was over the top. Again, from the
over the top.
For a player that's been hit, just got hit.
Games, you know. We have got a lot of games, guys.
Oh,
man.
yeah, there's plenty of starts.
We have got
plenty of games. Sorry, is it a game every 3-4 days for the next 2-3 months?
We have got the next game. We've got obviously Barnsley. Then we've got Crystal Palace, FC 20 on a Wednesday night. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Champions League nights. You know them ones there. Tottenham, Porto, away, Aston Villa, away, and then that's it. International break. And then on to the 19th. The 19th, we come back. Brentford at home, which I think is a tough game, you know. A lot of people are sleeping on that game, you know. Wissa and them, man, and Brian Buemo, they're going to cause us problems. Fenerbahce away, sandwich in between West Ham and Chelsea. And then, and then it started to ease up a little bit. We got Poak, Leicester, Ipswich away, Bodo Glimt, Everton at home, and then Arsenal, and then Man City, then, you know. So, yeah, man, tough games, man. Not easy. Ain't easy, guys. Ain't easy. Ain't easy. The other ones. No game is easy, man. And then I'm telling you now, towards the end of the season is even crazier, man. Like, you got Forest away, Man City at home, Newcastle, Wolves, Bournemouth away, Brentford away, West Ham at home, Chelsea away, Aston Villa away. So really and truly, like, if you want to get in this top 4, you have to basically, you know, start, you know, collecting the points, man. You can't be doing no 2-2, you know, and stuff like that. You got to be collecting these points, man. With Ten Hag, though, he don't really, big up Joe Blackman, man. Big up to you. He don't really, like, get draws, you know. When you look at United's draws in the last couple of years, if I go on my United Premier League, and I look at the table in the last couple of years, right? Premier League table, right? So last season, he got, how many draws did he get last season? He got 6 draws last season. The season before that, he got 6 draws as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then obviously the losses have been the main ones in it. The losses have been terrible, but he's kind of one of them managers where you either win or you lose, man. That's what we had last season for like a large part. Do you remember, guys, where
we had no
a large
draws.
part of our season, until maybe towards the end, where we got draws, but a large part of it was just kind of win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. So you're almost like on that edge. You know what I mean? I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. So we're gonna have to wait and see, man. But like I said, for now, I think for me, it's good stuff, man. You know what I mean? In terms of we got the 3 points. You know, them ones there. And that's all you can ask for, man. That's all you can ask for.
Need to the bottom 3-4 teams in the table. Just dispatch them. That's it.
Yeah.
Go in, bish bash bosh, 3 past them each. 2-3 past them each. Definitely try and keep a clean sheet against them, and establish your authority in the against the bottom half of the table, and that's how you kind of get yourself into the top 4 conversation. Newcastle, coming from behind against Wolves away from home. Warning sign.
Wolves have been terrible this season, man. 1 point from 4.
From behind as well. Listen, it's not, especially away from home. Newcastle is not the best team. It's not the best team. So I'm looking at this Chelsea. They didn't, as much as people can.
They didn't play well, man. They didn't play well.
They didn't play well, but eventually somehow squeezed 3 points out of the game, and they used almost like definitely the goal was well constructed, but he also needed a lot of individual brilliance from Sanch and Nkunku as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So another 3-4 games.
Got a strong team.
Very, bro. Like very, almost too strong. Do you know what I'm saying? Almost too strong. Then you got us, and obviously,
Crystal Palace, man, they've been poor this season, man.
Yeah, poor. But you know what happens, as you know, in January happens, mate, and then from then on, people start getting their shit together, or some people start shitting. That's what happens, mate.
Shit in the pants.
Yeah, some shit their pants, some close up the gap. So we just got, like I say, the next few games, Palace, we have to beat them, bro. Especially right now when they're in bad form. Again, beat them 2-0.
Perfect.
3-1, something like that. Beat them, get the 3 points.
Yeah, perfect time to play Palace. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? You got after that. What we got? Villa, is it in the Prem, or is it Spurs?
Spurs, I don't know.
Spurs. Long day, bro.
Spurs in the Villa. If you win,
Spurs at home, though,
2 out of 3.
Spurs at home,
yeah.
Villa, I don't know. I can't lie. Sorry about that one.
It's a tricky one.
Sorry about that one.
It depends. They got Champions League football, man, so they might be a bit, 2 games a week, tax. Maybe that might affect them a little bit. You never know.
We say it, don't you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but to be fair, we're quite used to it. You know what I mean in that aspect. You never know, man. You never know.
Not see much evidence of that, mate. Not see much evidence of that.
Yeah. What was you gonna say, Ash?
They looked a little bit ropey against Everton early on, going down 2-0 Villa. I mean, they've got a strong team. But you've seen that with a lot of teams, and Everton have been unlucky to have been in the last 2 games, go up 2-0 and then lose 3-2. I mean, put themselves in that kind of situation. It's been poor from
they got Bayern Munich. Oh, damn.
Yeah. Villa will give you chances. That's one thing.
Yeah, Villa will give you chances. We play Unai and we play in that high line.
Yeah, they give you chances.
We beat them twice last year.
Gonna say we did the double over them.
Yeah. They beat Arsenal. They beat City. So but we went there, and with our ability to counter much better. It kind of suit us playing Villa the way Unai Emery plays. It's not really set up for a team like Arsenal or Man City. They suit the way we can play, really.
Chaotic.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy when you keep it. Like I said to you, man, we don't know. Like I said, we got to go through our Europa League portal and all of that. So for us, it's a case of we play. Like I said, I think United play Fenerbahce away before Villa, so it's not easy.
Tough
in our department as well. So you get me. No, actually Porto away before Villa. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, man.
You said it best. Ain't easy.
But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. We don't even hit 500 likes, which is a bit crazy. Knowing that we've had 1.2k in the building, concurrent. So please, guys, if you're watching right now and you haven't hit the like button, now's your time to do so. You know what I mean? You've got time to redeem yourself if that's the case, man. You know what I mean? Bit chilled out the show. And like I said, man, you know what I mean? We're chilled out because we got 3 points.
Yeah, it's been a minute since the show's been like this. You can tell you that
Yeah,
it just
bro,
played
we've
well
been
and
chilled, man.
comprehensively. Everyone's just like, we need more shows like this that are just chilled.
Bro, chilled out, mate.
About
Hey,
United.
that's on United, though, bro. That's on
That's
United.
exactly.
And I'll be honest, I don't think it.
Spot on.
I know you guys are saying it's been chilled out, but it's been, you know, like when back in when you were young, yeah, when you were a kid and you did something naughty, and your mom or dad would like, you know, give you one under the ear, and then one particular weekend has gone, and actually it's been calm. It's been all right.
Yeah.
You might have messed about a little bit, but your mom and dad didn't discipline you, and you're thinking, rah. Am I grown up?
With it. Yeah, I got away with it.
Am I grown up?
Away with this.
You know, but don't forget next weekend.
We
might be getting a
don't
battery.
get
This
misunderstood.
Tuesday, we got to get past
We
Barnsley.
gotta get past Barnsley.
Yeah,
Go
gotta
over the
click on
Barnsley.
Tuesday.
We are fully aware this show could be back to we just meant Double A just mentioned chaos with Manchester United. This show could be back to complete chaos. The chat being back to complete chaos. This is on Manchester United. Shows will be like this if we play well and win games. You're gonna get everyone just calm, relaxed, chilled out, pleased at what we've seen. But that's been the problem, is that is far from Manchester United. I'm hoping we beat Barnsley, get past good victory against Palace because we owed them from last year and go from there. Maybe we can build on it. But no, in United, stinky performance against Barnsley and then lose to Palace. Then all hell breaks loose.
Back to square one.
Back to square one.
Yeah, it's true. Back to square one, and then you're like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? So let's see, man. But big up to everyone who's locked in. Like I said, smash a like on the video if you can. That would be amazing. Faz, let them know what you got coming up, man. Big up to you as always.
Yeah, man. So video dropping every day, streams every day. So big up to everyone. If I'm not mistaken, I actually went past 23,000 like rapid. So
come on.
I appreciate everyone.
Love that.
Love that, bro.
It's just like 1,000 subscribers in a week. You lot are crazy. So I appreciate that a lot. Match day content is coming. I'm starting a new thing on match days where you'll be able to watch the players, the match day squad live and direct on my channel. You'll be able to get the players, you know, if they're limping, if they're getting on a stretcher, whatever. Some of them might even come and say hello to you because some of them come and sign the shirts and that. So watch out for that. It's going to be some big shows from the stadium on Tuesday that I'm bringing to you. And yeah, just normal lives and that as resumes. That's it.
Come on. Big up to you, bro. You know what I mean? Good to see everyone's shining and everyone's thriving as well, man. Good to see that. Big up Ash as well, man. Love for coming on, bro.
Oh, no, thanks for having us as always, Saeed, and to the boys, and to chat. Make sure you're hitting those like. So, I mean, Saeed, you know, he may be a globetrotter now, but he's still here with the boys. Do you know what I mean? He's still here putting out quality content. So, you know, and he does it better than anyone out there. Myself, go check me out, Ash Meppers, match day vlogs mainly. And yeah, you'll see me in the Barnsley game. So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, man. Make sure you follow up him as well. Double A, big up to you, man. Love as always, man.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I always appreciate being on this platform, mate. Big up to you. Obviously, big up to Planet Flaz. Always good to see him. Big up to my twin, Ash. Hype man. Flawless as always. Myself, FCAA. Getting consistent with that content up on there now, so it's doing good. Still not on 500 though, people. Yeah, I think I like 19 away.
Hey, mods,
19.
Double A. Hey, one of the mods
now,
put Double A's channel in the comment section. Put his channel in the comment section.
Well, we're gonna get it now.
500 followers, 500 subscribers right now. What are we doing?
Yeah. So
you lot, come on,
19 been a good couple of weeks. Wednesday, there's my latest video as well that I dropped. So obviously, Wednesday, I'm dropping a brand new series on the channel. Really excited for this. It's called Winner Stays On. So basically, I go to a random game, and then whoever wins, I go and watch them next, and so on and so on. So
that's fine.
That is a sick idea.
Yeah, that's a fire.
That is a
I like
bold
that.
idea.
I like that. Yeah.
What? So I'm like 4 episodes in.
Bro, what if you end up in like Kazakhstan and some next place?
Well, bro, that means that means the channel's doing well, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the goal. You know, doing Champions League games is obviously, yeah, bro. So I think I've started, the first one's dropping. And yeah, I'm excited for that. So yeah, weekly content coming. Obviously, I think I'm having to go to Barnsley now because I can't get rid of my ticket. So I'll probably.
Bro, I'm not going, man. I can't lie to you guys, man.
I mean, it's Man United. I want to go and watch him. If I've got to, I might as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
You're not going.
Just trying.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
You go to America once, yeah?
I'm not.
You missed some things in America, and now you think you're too good for Barnsley.
Yeah, man.
You think you're too good for Leslie now? Hold on, Saeed. Yes, let me.
You don't want to do a cold Tuesday night against Barnsley. That's what it is.
Oh,
yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, but you want to do hot ones in LA? You want to do hot ones in Miami? Hot girl summer, sexy red. What's going on, mate?
Yo, sexy red's too wild, man.
Them gal are looking for baby daddies and that. Yeah, they saying F my baby daddy and whatnot. Saeed is there in the middle, mate. Come back home to Leslie, mate. Yeah, come back home to Leslie.
You know what's bad? It's the fact that Barnsley fans are going to be sat right next to me, man, and I can't.
So what? Also, you're used to Miami now, where you don't have away fans next to you. What do you have next to you in LA? Tell me.
Hey, Saeed, we know who you want sat next to you, but no name.
Yeah, okay.
We get it now. We get it now, man.
Yeah,
We see it. I understand now. It's all coming together. You know what I'm saying?
9 away, guys. Come on, 9 away.
Saeed, yeah, switch the
Saeed, I saw, we just saw you on a jet ski, but I don't know what you were waving. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what
you're on the wave.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know, man. Like I said, bro, I'm gonna see. Maybe a subscriber. If you got a membership, let me know, and I could donate you the ticket as well. So, you know what I mean. So let me know, man. Let me know. But listen, people, smash a like on the video. Oh, and also Flawless. We're gonna redirect to his channel now. You're going live, Flawless. Let them know.
Yeah, people going live, 2 shows, so there'll be the Q&A, and then obviously after that, the Adman show as well. But big up for having me, as always, Saeed, man. Much appreciated. Big up to the whole panel, you know what I'm saying? Always good to see Ash, Double A, Faz, etc. Shouts to the chat as well. You lot, though, run up the likes on there, because I already know it's not enough, and hit the subscribe button. Sarcasm City TV on YouTube, Sarcasm City TV on Playback as well. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Playback. Yes, Saeed, it's the Q&A though, not the Adman.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'll just change it right now. Yeah. Calm. Big up, man. We're gonna be live literally right now, so make sure you do that as well. And yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow midday live, man. I'm gonna cook George's Tottenham fan. Obviously, Rums as well, man. You think I'm gonna forgive you because you're?
Oh yeah. Make sure, for me, make sure you say some extras to Rums, man.
Yeah.
So let them know about the record, man. 1969, and slot breaking.
Exactly. Slot machine decided to work on 1969.
2.0, innit?
Yeah, man, 100%.
Yo, we're gonna be there, man. We're gonna be there. So big up to everyone who's locked in. Smash a like, follow everyone's channels. Like I said, Double A, how many away now?
6 away now, I think.
6. Come on, guys, man. The channel's still there, man. Like I said, man, just subscribe.
5 away. 5 away.
5 away. You know, we're just gonna stay. We're gonna stay.
Yeah,
facts. 5. We're gonna stay 5.
Hey, if anyone's got work tomorrow, I apologize.
No, bro, don't apologize, man. 5 subscribers away, man.
4 away.
4 away. 4 away.
Subscribe button, man. What we doing?
4 subscribers away.
Yeah, man.
You're taking
free, free.
3. We're gonna be here, man, till you do it.
Big up, Joe. Appreciate you, Joe.
Go sub, man. Get him to 500 followers. What are we doing? And what's the first game you doing for that winner stays on?
See, that's all revealed in the thing. Because what I did is the concept is so I put all the teams in Greater Manchester, barring Manchester United and City, into a wheel, span it, and it was whoever came up.
Yeah.
So then I went to that game, and then it's like, so that.
I like that. No, that's fine.
Yeah, man.
That's fine.
The rule is home team get. So the draw, it's a home team. The home team gets the draw. So I've done a few. I've traveled out a little bit last few weeks. But yeah, man, I'm excited to drop it and get there. I think, are we over there? Oh, buzzing. I think we're over.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Guys, 503.
Well done, bro.
Roll to 1K. Do you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. Love that.
I appreciate you, Zal. Appreciate that.
You've done it, you've done it.
Yeah, over there now.
Big up
to you all, man.
Big up to everyone. Subscribe. Make sure you follow everyone's channels. And like I said, Flawless Raid, Sarcasm City. We'll see you there in the chat. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.